master's program in psychology is a generalist master's program, and what that means is that we take up psychology as inherently interesting, both philosophically and experientially, and both as an exercise in the mind and as a way to live in the world differently. So there are sort of three historical streams that have flowed together into the current of our work now. Traditionally, students have come here either because they have a deep interest in the philosophical foundations of psychology and phenomenology and subjectivity and critical cultural theory and transpersonal theories and humanistic existential psychologies, in-depth psychology such as Freud. And then we have another category of students who have come here out of a deep commitment to being better people in the world, to living with more self-awareness and more integrity and more knowledge of their being, hard-won knowledge of their being, who they are. And then there's a third group of students who are interested in taking up psychology in practice as advocacy, as psychotherapeutic, as psychoeducational, as maybe pedagogical teaching. And of course there's a lot of overlap among those categories. We have students who are sort of allegiant in each and all of those, who are as philosophically smart and committed as any place I know, and also committed deeply to meditation and self-reflection and embodiment. My favorite courses to teach are less about the content matter and more about the process. So I think about myself as a teacher as someone who teaches students rather than content. So if I can facilitate a class gathering in which we come to know together what none of us does at the outset, in which there's this sort of emergence into the world. I love teaching intro psych, and I love having master students help me in that project and sort of monitor and accompany and stand watch over our teaching work. And I just finished a semester teaching a course called Psychopathology and Health. It's a wonderful course because we do at once a very traditionally DSM conceptual tour of how people suffer in terms of mood disorders and anxiety disorders and other things. And along the way sort of try to frame those sufferings as in relationships with their apparent opposites in wellness. So we talk about resilience and hardiness and something that we could call redemption, I suppose. The students who tend to do best here, I think, are the ones who are intellectually capable. Our master's program is rigorous and difficult and requires a lot of proactive, self-directed commitment to knowledge and to text. And so our classes tend to be very demanding in terms of reading a lot and considering ideas thoughtfully. This isn't a place where we like to come and have ordinary conversations that we couldn't have had we not read. And yet there is also, I think, a sort of spiritual, that wouldn't be too strong a word, component to our work, where students who do well here also, I think, take up knowledge in the interest of just sort of being in the world differently.